All right, cool. The fallout for Papa John's pizza founder John Schnatter was swift after he admitted to using a highly offensive racial slur during a May conference call, including his resignation from the University of Louisville Board of Trustees. The pizza baron and self-made billionaire apologized for using the N-word after reported by Forbes magazine was surfaced early Wednesday, citing the comments he made while discussing how to prevent future public relation fumbles with the marketing contractor. And quote, news reports attributing to the use of inappropriate, hurtful language to me during a media training session regarding race are true. This is what he said. Regardless of the text, I apologize. Simply stated, racism has no place in our society. So it's like...
I'm actually happy he stepped down, mainly because, after what he said about black people itself, and you clearly read it, is like, he doesn't respect our people of color. Right?
At all.
Because you know why he feels like? He felt it because he's a CEO and he's an owner, right? Mm-hmm. And because our people of color work for the brand, that we're just low, that he looks down on us. And that's completely unacceptable. And even the University of Louisville took action, removed Papa John's, and decided to call it Cardinal Center.
Uh-huh.
So I'm happy that they decided to move with that decision, and hopefully everything goes well.
Even though he stepped down, he still owns 30% stake of the company. So I'm pretty sure his input will still be used throughout the company, but they have removed him from all marketing promotions and things of that nature. So this is definitely not his first offense. He wasn't even a CEO when he made this comment. He was just the chairman of the board. He stepped down as CEO last year when he made racial comments regarding the NFL protests. Right. So it's interesting to see that, he wasn't even CEO when he said this. He had already resigned last year for something similar, and then, recently in May, he made another comment, and that's when he stepped down.
So it's like a continuation. So that's completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And look, the way, and I was reading something about where Papa John said something about where he mentioned about the N-word, saying that the N-word stands for nutrition. No, it does not. The way he used it, and be prepared because I'm about to say it fully because just to get my point across here, this is the word that he used as the N-word.
You said it like that.
Look, let me just say, look, this is what he used. And he said that Kanye West, I believe, or Colonel Sanders had used it. Well, if they said it or not, that doesn't give you the right to say it. This is a word that has a strong feelings and has a strong, powerful meaning to it. Because that word should not be allowed at any circumstances whatsoever.
Dave? And I definitely want to add.
You brought this on yourself, John, all right? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry, but I definitely want to add this message. I feel like with this is definitely a wake-up call for our people, specifically people of color, to not only to stop being workers and start being owners and start owning their own craft. Because after what he just said, it clearly indicates that he looks down on us as black people. So that's all I wanted to say. I feel like, black people, we should aim higher and never settle for less for being a worker, because you can see this is what happens when you have someone that's higher than you, most likely who is a white person.
Right.
Yeah, I think I agree with both of you. You guys both had very valid things to say.
Thank you.
But I guess I agree with your point where African American people need to start, owning their own businesses and
Instead
stop
of being workers.
Yeah, because there's a statistic that says the black dollar stays in the black community for less than a minute or something like that.
Wow.
And if you compare it to other back ethnicities, you see that the white dollar will stay in the community for months. Yeah.
Right, and I feel like there's a reason why there's actually a book in regards to this situation. It's called Black Labor, White Wealth. I mean, obviously the title is kind of self-explanatory about what our people of color go through, and I feel like you're right. We need to step up and we need to start, getting back on track, because as you can see, this is what happens, and it's it makes you feel like like useless in a
Yes.
sense.
Well, let me just also bring up, because this is what when Papa John's founder Schnatter, when he used the word, as I already mentioned, I'm going to mention this again. He said he would never use that word, but Kanye West and calling her sandals here, you know,
Talk your stuff,
if
Dave.
if they use the word, I know they should not be using that word, but that doesn't give you permission to use it, all right? Because that word has a powerful meaning, and it could cause tensions at any moment now. You brought this on yourself here. And let me also say that he also claimed that laundry service asked Papa John's for $6 million in payment, more than 4 times what Schnatter says that were owed, because some of its staff and had been offended by its comments. But in the end, the company gave this extortion attempt and paid them $2.5 million. So, you know, I remember the time I bought Papa John's pizza years ago back in junior high school from our
What was your
time.
favorite flavor?
But it was like, the pizza was good. I had like I think the plain cheese pizza or whatever
Oh, you're
it
dry.
was. But look, it's been about close to 10 years since I've had that pizza, or a little less than that. But it's like, I don't know if I should order from them anymore after just hearing about this.
I hope
here.
this doesn't happen with Domino's, because you know we're big Domino heads here.
Yeah, we are big Domino's fans. Yeah, so I want to know, what will the future for Papa John's Pizza hold for the future ahead? What will if the company will go out of business without Papa John, or will it stay?
I don't think they're gonna
change?
I don't think they're gonna go out of business per se, but I feel like this little controversy messed up a lot of business opportunities, a lot of partnerships that came into play. For example, the Louisville situation. They officially took that name down because they feel like they violated something, and they're not gonna hold a name on their institution after that racial slur. So like I said, I don't think they're gonna run out of business, but I think a lot of workers, like I said, people of color, are gonna really be hesitant about working there again.
In addition to that, like, I guess we can thank social media, right? Because like companies are like, once you know,
once you open your mouth, it goes
yes,
viral.
Once consumers post anything bad about the company, like they're so quick to, you know, like PR control, you know. So like, I think that they're definitely well, you know, the founder stepping down from his position is pretty big, right? And I guess they know that like their stocks will be affected, their business will be affected. So I think that they're gonna try to, you know, accommodate for this, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll have. I'm with you on that, and let's just hope for the best, and that's all I could say. Okay.
No more Papa John's.
Especially not the cheese one.
Cheese.
Well, that might be the end of Papa John's for me, even though I'm a pizza fan, but that's just me. Okay. We'll be right back with more hot topics.